All right. I believe that we are ready. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to GK Test Prep with Caitlin and Nicole. We're going to take just a minute to introduce ourselves today and tell you a little bit about, about what we're going to do during this presentation. Take it away, Caitlin. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. I feel like the moderator of this event. I'm Nicole Wicker. I'm also an academic success coach here at TCC. And I was a success coach at Georgia Southern University before this. And then I worked with children and families in social work for the 15 years prior to that. So I am here because I have a plethora of information to provide when supporting individuals and groups, and so I'm just excited to support Caitlin on this journey of GK test prep. All right, ma'am, would you like to go over the first slide? Awesome. All right, and in these sections, we're going to discuss what to expect when just getting prepared for the exam and what you're going to see on the test day. So in the mathematics section, you're going to have approximately 35 multiple choice questions. You are allowed an hour and 40 minutes on the exam. And what you're going to really need to go over content-wise before the day of the exam is number sense, concepts, operations, geometry and measurement, algebraic thinking, and the coordinate plane, probability, statistics, and data interpretation. I know that sounds like a lot, but 35 multiple choice questions in an hour and 40 minutes. If you prepare well in advance, even if this is an area that you don't feel as strong in, with some practice and some developing of concepts, definitely going to feel a lot more confident about this area, and that's what Caitlin and I want to help you do for that section, but also as well as your reading section, which is approximately 30 multiple choice questions. You have 55 minutes to complete that section, and basically what you're going to need to know for that are key ideas and details based upon the text selection, text structure and meaning based upon the text selections given in that test, and the integration and formation of ideas based upon the text selection. So essentially, you're going to be given some text to read, right? And you're going to need to be able to, pull out information from what you're reading to answer those questions. And so it's really imperative. And Caitlin, you tell me if I'm wrong, for you to take your time when reading the selection. That way, you feel best prepared for answering the questions. Absolutely. So, really, when preparing for this part of the exam, um, you know, it's important just to take your time. It's important to, maybe just go over those key ideas, right? And the way the text is structured. Just familiarize yourself with those again so that you feel prepared to answer the questions to the best of your ability, right? All right, Miss Caitlin. Okay, great tips. I appreciate that. Um, the more we talk about this, we have more confidence in the way that it's structured and how things work. So I know 4 sections may seem like a lot, but no worries, right? Because you can split them up, and that's what's really great about this because you're not required to take all 4 sections of the exam at one time. You can actually split them up into as many appointments as you need. Take 2 tests together if you feel confident about those, and do the other 2 sections completely separate. It really is based upon your comfort level and what you feel like is going to work best. Um, so I love the thought of that. I'm glad that they don't expect you to do all 4 sections in one day. Awesome. Thanks for the step by step, Caitlin. I think that helps eliminate a lot of stress in understanding what to expect and to see what's coming up. So I appreciate you going through all of that information. Now we're going to talk about how to study for the GK. Remember that start preparing early, right? And that's kind of what we're doing in this workshop today. Is that we're starting early by providing you with resources and going through the step by step of how to get prepared for the exam. I know a lot of people, I've worked with a lot of students who like to cram. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work for a lot of people. However, many times we need to just start preparing early concepts, building our confidence and our motivation for certain sections that we need to strengthen. And so it's good to have a plan, right? And sometimes life doesn't always, um, give us time for that, right? But what we can do is we can keep doing little workshops like this and break up the material to help you have a better understanding of it. So take advantage of all your resources. I know Caitlin said yesterday, right, that there's an online resource. Is it through the Department of Education? Is that correct? Okay. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll provide as much of that along with this workshop today so that you can access those. And then at our next workshop, we're actually going to pull from those practice tests to provide support in learning concepts that you don't feel like that you're strong at. So we'll be pulling directly from the prep books and the online resources to give you more practice one-on-one with that. So prep books, I know that Caitlin has the GK prep book and feels like it's a really great investment. You and I have spoken about that a couple of different times. So we'll be also looking to see if that is available in the library or if there is the ability to access some free copies of that. However, it is worth the money if you go to the bookstore or maybe even a Goodwill bookstore if you live here in Tallahassee to see if you can find a copy, whether you pay full price or if you're just looking for a cheaper version of it, because it does have sample questions and full length practice exams. And that way you really are getting again, some practice building your confidence in those sections. Whether you need, like, you feel like you need to strengthen those or not, it's always good to review and start preparing in advance. I'm sorry, tripping over my words today. But if you also like reviewing through videos, if you're a person who likes to listen, then it might be good for you to check out some of the video options on YouTube. And Caitlin suggests that we search at the FTCE General Knowledge Exam to find those online videos. And then always ask for help. You have a plethora of resources at your fingertips here at TCC, and we're all willing to assist you, whether it's success coaches or learning specialists or tutors in our learning commons. We are here just to help you build confidence in those skills that you're working on and help you get prepared for that exam. Kaylin, did you have anything you wanted to add to that? Sweet. Okay. Mhm. Agreed. Definitely. Yeah, I think you hit all of the great points there. Yeah, and so sometimes um, when preparing for exams, right? If it's an area that you don't feel as confident in, we see a decrease in motivation, which can sometimes be about self care. And so we're digging a little bit deeper past just testing strategies. We're talking about how taking care of you is important for increasing your motivation, increasing your confidence. Because when you feel motivated, when you feel more confident and prepared, then you're going to feel good about going and taking that test, and you want to feel positive. When we don't take care of ourselves and we don't pour into our own cups, or we have outside entities pouring into us to fill us up and to make us feel confident and positive about what we're doing, it kind of chips away at who we are. And so self-care is key in general. And I can't speak enough about this, but just think about, what do you do just for you? How much do you pour out in your day that is for someone else, whether that's work or children or a partner or school or a plethora of things, family obligations. Those are all good things, right? There is nothing wrong with those at all. But if you're constantly giving and pouring out into the world and to others, then you're not really taking care of you and letting other people pour into you as well. So make sure that you plan for things throughout the semester that are going to help take care of you. Now, that just it's up to you about what that looks like. I know for some people that's getting their hair and their nails done and getting that proper self-care that makes them feel put together. Um, Good food or special treats, if there's something that you look forward to, or a special restaurant that you just absolutely love, like looking forward to that. Exercise, getting out and taking walks, getting fresh air and sunshine can be something that's a good self care, or yoga and meditating, clearing that mind out and breathing wholly and box breathing. Reading, listening to music, traveling. Traveling doesn't have to be across the country or even across the world. Traveling can be simply going the 45 minutes south it is to the beach and enjoying that fresh air and sunshine yet again. So self-care is key, and working those little things in, and that can even be just daily things, making sure that you're getting your meals, you're drinking plenty of fluids, that you are feeling good, um, with whatever it is that you are doing that's taking care of yourself. And also, surrounding yourself with people who are going to motivate you and encourage you and support you, which is something that we do here, right, at TCC, and always happy to do. But also just those other things that you're going to do throughout your day. You just want to build yourself up and think positive thoughts about what you're accomplishing, because it's a really good thing. Sorry, Caitlin, I was really wordy on that one. Agreed. Awesome. It kind of helps to know what to expect. Um, so I know this is probably something that we will weigh heavy on your mind. We're hoping that we can build some confidence through these workshops and through this content building that we're going to be doing. But it's always lingering in the back of my mind. What if I don't pass? The good thing is that you can try again. Okay. It is a difficult exam, and it's okay if you don't pass the first time because you can take it again. And it can be taken an unlimited amount of times, which is good. The only rule is you have to wait 31 calendar days before you can retake it. Um, and you'll only have to retake the sections that you don't pass. So if you took two or three or all four tests at once and you passed all of them except for one, you wouldn't have to retake all four. You would just retake the one that you didn't pass. So um, I hope that helps a little bit. What we're hoping is that we can just really help you build some skills over the next few weeks, and that you're going to feel confident when you step in to take those exams. So if anybody has any questions at this time, Caitlin and I would be happy to answer those. We are going to continue to provide support in the in-space chat, as well as via email and through the text that we've been sending out. And we hope that you got a lot out of this presentation, and that you have questions for us, and we're looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you. Caitlin, do you have anything that you would like to add before we go? Awesome. No, I'm so glad that you brought that up. Yeah, because Caitlin is the content expert on this subject, definitely schedule appointments with her. We'll provide a link where you can schedule one on one appointments with Caitlin to go over that kind of content. And then also, we'll provide the overall Calendly link for all of our coaches here in the TCC Academic Success Coaching Suite. There we go. So that way, if you do want to schedule an appointment with someone to work on, say, stress management or test anxiety or test prep in general, then we have a lot of different coaches here in the suite who can help with those. So we'll be sending out this workshop along with a lot of support resources. So if you need anything, please just let us know. And thank you so much for joining us for this workshop. All right.